Hello! Welcome back to my channel. It's Tia, and I'm here with another sort of small business vlog, car vlog type of thing. And I want to talk about this week, I would like to talk about bringing on a team. So I currently have a team, and they're made up of like employees, but also like consultants, and just everything I've learned so far, the fears I had before, how it's working out, and all that. So if you are wondering about like bringing on a team and all that, then this is the one for you, okay? If you're new here, hi, I'm Tia. I am a wig coach, a wig educator, and a wig retailer. I own a online wig boutique called Tia Maria Wigs, and these are just sort of my vlogs about doing business, learning stuff, sharing what I learned, and supporting other small businesses. And so that's what these are about. So I've had an assistant, like a part-time assistant for quite a while. But she was never meant to be like an actual assistant to me. She was meant to be an assistant, but for a very particular place. She was meant to be my community liaison. So she has now graduated to community liaison. And as a community, she only works about 10 hours a week. As a community liaison, she helps moderate my YouTube lives. Okay. She helps moderate my Facebook groups, multiple. Okay. She is the person that like does anything community. So like when people donate wigs, we often send cards to our people for, whatever reason, if we find out that they're having a rough time or a death in the family or what have you. So she's in charge of that. She's also in charge of anybody who gets like PR and is one of our ambassadors. She kind of keeps up with them and make sure they get what they're supposed to get. And then, make sure that we have like the videos and stuff. And she takes care of that. She also helps to monitor my online store just to make sure we're not missing any orders or we're not missing anything. She's just sort of a backup for that. And she also helps in planning all of the marketing, coming up with the ideas, the themes. She really knows the community. She knows our customers. She's also in charge of like onboarding any new brands, and she helps with the on-hand inventory management. So she still does a lot. And I'm sure she does a ton more stuff that I just can't think of right now. I then have a part-time editor, although he works pretty regularly. I pay him weekly. And that is probably the one person if I were to do it again, I would have brought him on so long ago. If your business has a lot of content, and especially if your business really functions around or from your YouTube channel like mine does, you need an editor, because like just managing social media in general, but managing a YouTube channel is like a full-time job, just that. But to manage the online store, pack the orders, do this, do that, do the filming, like I just can't do everything. My editor's so awesome. He's been so great, and I just couldn't. I really wish I would have gotten an editor sooner. And a lot of the people that I watch that talk about, growing your business or scaling your business, especially if there's a YouTube component, always talk about getting an editor. And it was the one thing that I dragged my feet on, because I edited all my own videos, and I think I had some type of like pride around it because I taught myself how to edit. And, I think I'm good at editing, but he's so fast. And that's the thing. I had talked in my last video about like getting coaches or mentors. One of my main mentors was a free mentor. It's just someone on YouTube, and I follow a lot of their stuff, and it's Marissa Romero. And she also has a channel called Subscribers to Sales. And the Subscribers to Sales channel, like legitimately was like a blueprint for me. I watched all the videos and really tried to apply everything that she talked about. So, like I was saying in that video about getting a mentor or coach, if you don't know where to start, like I'd start there. Whether you're doing YouTube or not, like she knows there's so many elements to her business, and she just talks a lot about like systems and processes and what those mean and hiring a team, and that's really awesome. Another sort of free mentor on YouTube is Pat Flynn. I watch a lot of his stuff. Oh, and I follow a lot of like small business vloggers and just talk to them. So there's like Emily Harvey Art. I absolutely love her channel so much. And she's just vlogged her whole journey as a small business owner from beginning to end. And it's really awesome to see. It's really inspiring, but it also helps you like put stuff into perspective, because she's had great achievements, some setbacks, back to achievement, and I like it a lot. If you have the ability to get an editor, I know it seems like it's going to be a lot. And when I was first finding an editor, some of the people that were reaching out to me were more like editing like companies, and so their prices were a lot, and they wanted to like do these like monthly package things, and it's like I didn't want that. I pay my editor per hour, and then I pay him every single week. Matter of fact, I need to pay him today. And yeah, we do a great job. And so if you want to know more about anything I'm talking about, like a more in-depth video about any specific thing, please put it down below. But then I also hired an assistant, and she's full-time. She works 30 hours a week, and she is so awesome. We're in week 2. I already noticed a huge difference, not only in how the business is running, but like we're having team meetings, like things are actually getting done. It's not all on my shoulders. She's keeping me in check. Like I said I needed to hire somebody that could basically manage me, and she's doing so well. I mean, I can't get over it. It's so awesome. I'm loving her, and it's working out very, very well so far. And that was a very scary person to bring on, because, having someone that works 10 hours a week or something that's hourly is pretty manageable. But to say that you're going to like basically pay someone's salary, I mean, it's a great achievement, but it's super scary. And I was at a weird place. I was at a place where I kind of didn't have the money to pay her, like in that exact moment. But I also knew that my business is growing, and I'm getting to the point where I can't grow any further, and I'm going to start slipping behind on stuff, and I do not want to do that. So it's like, even if I couldn't afford her, I couldn't afford to not have her, if that makes sense. And just in 2 weeks, totally see the difference, and I'm elated. Her and Brenda work very well together. They ask each other questions. They talk. We have a group chat. We have 2 weekly meetings. And my boyfriend, who has also been building his own business during this entire time, so we've been together 4 years. So he's been building his business for 3 years. I started in June of 2022, so I'm almost in my second year down in business. And our lives have just been grinding. Like, we haven't really been able to do things. We don't really get to go out much. We don't go to movies. We don't like really go to dinners, because we were both starting businesses from like scratch. He surprised me with a 2-day trip to Fort Lauderdale to like an all-inclusive like resort. This is just not stuff that, not only did I ever think I'd be able to really be like, oh, I'm going to Florida for 2 days, bye. But just in general, without a team or without other people, I would not have had the ability to do that. Like, not even money-wise, but just time. Like, I couldn't lift out of my own business. And there was this video by Marissa Romero, and I'm pretty sure it's on the Subscribers to Sales channel, but it could be on the Marissa Romero channel. Marissa Romero. She was saying how she was running this business, this, YouTube-based business, making great money, everything was good, and then she got pregnant, and she realized, like, she couldn't maintain the business on her own. And so she said the goal in your business is to hire a team that allows you to lift out of the business. Like, you should be able to go away for 2 days and not hyperventilate, and I've just not been able to do that. Or you should be able to not have to work 7 days a week. And that's not been a big thing that I've been able to do either. So, just having her on has allowed me to do that, and I'm so excited. My boyfriend and I really need this type of thing. We both work hard. We both work morning till night, weekends. And so, sometimes you need to like take a minute, take a reset. But now I can actually reset and not be afraid the whole time. Like, am I missing somebody's order, if someone's asking about something, or if someone needs support, like, am I missing that? So anything I pay her is worth even just that. But I also have a bookkeeper, and I pay her monthly, and she has been amazing. She's an awesome bookkeeper. She's such a mentor to me. And on top of that, she really, like, she talks to me about, like, my goals in the business. And, she's like, well, if you want to do this or that, like, we're going to start setting money aside to do that, even though it's for next year. Like, she really helps me think and plan ahead and like, really, it's not just like doing my books and like, here you go. We really have conversations about goals and what are good goals and am I doing good? Like, a lot of times I have to ask her, like, if I'm doing okay in my business. If you don't have a lot of people around you that have their own business or even share about business, because a lot of people keep so much stuff to themselves, it's like you don't really know, is this good? Is this not good? Am I doing something wrong? Am I doing something right? And so it's really great to get sort of a little check with her. And when she's like, yeah, you're doing really good, but now it's like you're going to get into year 3, so we really need to start pushing things along and, preparing for some things like taxes. And then I have my accountant, and I can't remember what the designation is, but he's an accountant that can also do like LLCs and things like that. Some accountants can do that, and sometimes you need a lawyer. He can do both. So he has set up my LLCs and my EIN numbers and my taxes and tax liability, all that. So he does that, and now that I have a bookkeeper, they communicate well together. So, I have a little team behind me now, and I think it's crazy. I'm also bringing back, for like a half a second, I had like house reviewers that just reviewed for me, and I think I just launched that a little too early. I wasn't in a position, when you're a reviewer, you have to put out so much videos a week, and I just wasn't in a position to provide someone with, 100% of their video content, if that makes sense. And so we rethought the program, and now we're doing ambassadors. And so an ambassador will just be someone who reviews a specific brand that we carry. And I've been choosing people, I think I have 3 or 4, and I've been choosing people that know a lot about a particular brand. And so, because in my business, I always want that element of coaching and element of support. And so these would be people that, when they're doing videos and they're reviewing, they're also going to be able to answer a lot of questions for you, whether they've worn that specific brand for so long, or it's one of their favorite brands and they have almost every style, like whatever it is that makes them know a little bit more about that particular brand. And so this way, they can, review with any company for any brand, even if I carry it, unless it's that brand that they're an ambassador for. Like, that's the only restriction. When you're a house reviewer, like other companies have house reviewers that just review for them, like you can't work with anyone else, which makes sense because, you're reviewing for that company and they're providing the PR and all that. But this way, I'm able to have them be sort of a staple with Tia Maria Wigs, but also they still have the ability to branch out and explore and do all the things that they want to do as a reviewer. I think that because I started my business from being a wig reviewer and being a YouTuber first, I think it really does give me a different perspective about how everything works. And I'm learning so much on the retailer side. Some brands that I have worked with in the past, whether it was PR or like sponsorships or whatever, a lot of stuff makes more sense now. There's a lot of stuff that, I don't know, that I may or may not want to do because I've been on the other side. I've been on the receiving end of it. So that's basically the team I have. And then I have people that just help me here and there that aren't actually on my team, like my mom. And my boyfriend does help me with packing and processing orders when there's a lot. And my son's girlfriend helps me here and there. Like sometimes if there's inventory or if I just had a bunch of shipments in one, or she helped me set up my storeroom. So she helps me periodically, but she works 2 jobs, so, she doesn't have time to do anything regularly, but I always appreciate her help here and there. So, yeah, now I'm off to Erie Maid. I go every Wednesday, and I'm off to that, and it's at that co-working space that I talked about. So that's going to be really exciting. This particular week, the guest speaker and coach that we have is it's a financial literacy meeting, and it's 2 hours. So we're going to talk about just things financially that you need to know or understand with regard to your business. And if I've shared this in other videos, but I'll share this again. Because I just started and I was okay, I'm just going to do this business. I literally started this business with $500 in my bank account, period. I didn't have savings. It was crazy town. I do not suggest that. However, because I did do that and I've done a lot of studying about it, I realized that there are definite things that I am missing. So 2024, my goal was to bring on a team and basically to backfill everything I kind of missed along the way, to get on top of the financials, to really understand financially where the business is at, how it can grow, to get on top of the brands. We have 29 or 30 brands now, and I was so excited, and things just kind of started rolling, and I started to get, become authorized retailers here, there, and, it was awesome, but there's so much work it takes to not only bring on a brand, but upload it onto your website. Some of these brands, they may have some of these manufacturers may have multiple brands underneath them, but like Raquel Welch, I think they have 60 something styles. Well, you have to put that on your website, and then each one of those styles has colors, some of them up to 20 something colors each. That all has to be put in there. Everything has to be put in. So sometimes it just takes a long time because it's just labor intensive and there's just other things going on. That's why I always say these are the brands that I represent. It's on the front page of my website, and I can get you whatever wig from whatever brand, even if you don't see that on the website. But the priority for 2024 is that our website will be fully populated with all the brands, basically just filling in all the stuff that I didn't get a chance to do. I want to hire 2 more people this year. I want to hire a full-time online store manager, someone to really be managing the online store, uploading stuff, making sure all of the pictures are right, changing up the, banners, making sure that the brand sales are being represented, because it's Henry Margot has a sale this time and Raquel Welch has a sale this time, and then they allow you to have your own sale, and then it's just it's a job in and of itself just to be on top of who's doing what when and keeping up with whatever inventory. And then we have drop shipping versus the in-house inventory. So I want to hire someone full-time to be managing that. And then I want to hire someone part-time to just pack orders, essentially, just process and pack orders. So that's my goal. My goal was for Q1, I would have an assistant. Q2, I would have an editor. We have just started Q1, but by the end of Q2, we just started Q2. It's literally the 3rd of April. But by the end of Q1, I had not only my assistant, but I also had an editor. So, and the more and more I'm thinking about it, I can have my family help me if I really, really need to, but I think the online store needs to take priority. So I'm hoping to get an online store manager by the end of Q2. So that's by the end of June. But definitely by September, because once September starts, really August, I'd say by August, because to train them and get them on board, because once September starts, you're just there's just that holiday, there's a holiday season, there's all kinds of stuff going on, all kinds of stuff to plan, things to do, and I just really think that I either want to bring someone on by August, no later than September, or just hold off and figure things out until January of 2025, just because it's just not really feasible. So I'm hoping that can happen, but I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. I'm in the part of the business where it's kind of beyond where I thought it could be, beyond where I thought it would get to, and sort of beyond where I don't know. I didn't think I would get to this point, so that's why I'm like really into talking with coaches and getting support, because I feel like I'm at a point now where I don't really know a lot. I don't really know what's going to happen. I don't really know how to predict a lot of different things. It's exciting, but it's terrifying. And, I don't want to do something in this next year that basically undoes all the hard work that I've put in. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. But that's what I wanted to talk to you about hiring a team and my team and what they do. And I feel like when I was looking for this information, I didn't get like specifics. So if you have specific questions about hiring, please ask them down below, because I feel like I'm not touching on everything. Things are just not like coming to mind, but I definitely feel like I'm not touching on everything that I had questions about when I was looking for this information. So please ask your questions related to building your team, hiring, questions, fears. Like, I'll answer whatever I can, and whatever I can't, I'll definitely, provide some type of like place that you can find the answer if I can't give it to you. I won't provide you with any answer that I don't honestly know. But yeah, so that's what we're doing. And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you being here. I will see you so soon. And yeah. Bye.